Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another brand new season of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Animation Edition from the Animation Competition blog with me, your host, Ibrahim, aka Mark Brown. We are at season 10 of this game show. I can't believe I've been doing this for 10 seasons. I think it was 2015 that I started. So it's been going on a while. And we were hoping to have another exciting season this season. And to start it off, we have a very familiar face with coming back to us to Mr. Eli Sanza. I mean, what can we say about him that hasn't been said? He's an animation fanatic. He's a movie historian. He's the entertainment junkie, as he calls himself. Mr. Eli Sanza, how are you?
I'm good. Great to be back.
Yes, thanks for coming back. And like I was telling you before we started recording, this is your seventh appearance, so you're actually tied with Zora Catone for most appearances on my game show. So congratulations for doing that.
Yeah, it's very easy to say yes to this. So yeah, not too hard like work on my part.
That that's true. I have to do all the work. I gotta make all the questions.
I know, right? Yeah, it's just like, but I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you. And if anyone hasn't seen any of my shows before, doesn't know who you are, could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Eli Sanza. I'm been friends with Mark for like years now, and I have like him. I have a blog where but my blog I discuss like a lot of like he said, film history. I go into that, and I spend a lot of time like analyzing media and pop culture and the film industry. A lot of times on social media, and yeah, and we actually came together basically because of our mutual love of animation, and which is the theme of the whole game.
I
So
think so. I think I met you back when I used to have a Twitter account back in the day. I think that's probably how we met.
yeah, I think I'm pretty sure we first met through Twitter, through mutual friends of the on the Rotoscopers website.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. And from that, you get connected to like all the animation fans in that group. So that was a nice connections there.
Yeah, that was great. Like working with them like for like a while. I'm pretty sure that Don Bluth follows me on Twitter because I worked on that website.
Oh wow, that's so cool. Uh,
Yeah.
Imagine if he watches this. No, he doesn't. He has things to do with his life
Yeah,
besides
no,
watch
he's
this.
super good. He's busy like trying to get that Dragon's Lair movie going. He's not paying attention to me probably.
Yeah, I heard they're not going to do that in animated anymore. They're going to make it live action. So
Yeah,
I that sucks.
which that does suck. I do miss hands-on animation, but like if it wasn't gonna get made anyway, then fine, might as well. I'm all for live action Dragon's Lair. Let's see what you got.
I guess that's a good positive outlook. And for
Yeah.
anyone who is new to this, this is a 12-question multiple choice game show about anything even remotely related to the field of animation. As long as Eli keeps getting questions right, he goes higher up the ladder. Once he gets one wrong, that's the end of the game, and he leaves with the last number of points from the last safe haven. He has three lifelines to help him 50-50, gets rid of two wrong answers, a phone or friend if he chooses. He can call someone for help or ask the expert. This season, our expert is Mr. Sean Nasuti from the Rhode Island Movie Corner, as well as a writer on the Diz Insider website. He has been on my show previously, and last season he was one of two winners. We had actually had two millionaire winners last season, and he's come back as an expert. This is his second time as an expert, so he's not new to this. He's pretty good movie review and animation fan, and Eli will seek him out for help if he needs. He has two chances to use him, and if Eli gets to 32,000 points, he gets a double dip, wherein he can get two chances at answering a question. If he gets the million point question right, he gets $100 Amazon gift card. If no one gets that, the top five of you will come back for a round two. And if still no one wins, the winner will get a $50 Amazon gift card. And after that lengthy introduction, I always make it longer than the first episode because I'm out of practice. Are you ready to play Million?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's go. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I see it.
Awesome. And this is your lateral points. Remember, the yellow ones are your benchmarks. Once you get to those, you can't lose them no matter what. And everyone, this is Sean Nasudi. Eli has read this already, so you can pause the video to read this on your own, but check out his blog at Rhode Island Movie Corner at rimoviecorner.blogspot.com. Okay, Eli, let's get to my favorite thing, the first question.
All right.
500 points. What is the title of the animated 2002 Disney canon film that sets Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island in space? Is it Treasure Galaxy, Treasure Planet, Treasure Nebula, or Treasure Constellation?
So far, I have never missed a first question.
So far, no
Uh,
one's missed their first question. That's a good.
uh, the answer to this is Treasure Planet, and that is my final answer.
You went right into it. Treasure Planet, final answer. Is that right? Your answer is correct. Good job. You, you got that question right. And congratulations. Treasure Planet
Great.
is one of the most, I don't want to say underrated, but underseen movies, I think, of the Disney canon. I feel most people who've seen it agree that it's a really good movie, but I feel very few people have actually seen it compared to like other films in the Disney canon.
Yeah, I think that's right. I know a lot of people who say that when they watched it as a kid, it's like it was one of their favorite movies, and they still love it to this day. So it's got like passionate fans, but like you said, it's not that popular just because it was very underseen. It was kind of like the same as the Iron Giant. It's got a big, even though it wasn't popular at the box office, it's got a big cult following.
Mhm. I actually recently rewatched the Disney canon again because I do that every so often. I think all
Mhm.
Disney fans do, I think. And I ranked it, and I put Treasure Planet as my second favorite in the entire canon. I liked it that
Really?
much. Yeah,
Yeah, wow. See, what is it about it that you liked so much?
I don't know. I think it's just a captivating story. I think Treasure Island as a story is just captivating, and I think setting it in space with all these wonderful creatures, animation, the characters, the I just love everything about it.
Yeah, I do love the Treasure Island story. It is a good story, so I can understand that. And also, oh my God, the animation is really, this is one of the best animated films, I think. It's really quality stuff. Like I always go to like Beauty and the Beast and Tarzan and Pinocchio, and I think Treasure Planet is like up there with the movies that Disney made that are like best animated.
No, I could totally agree with that. So if anyone's
Yeah.
watching this, you haven't seen it, go see Treasure Planet.
Yes, yes, I thumbs up on Treasure Planet.
Okay, Eli, the next one's 1,000 points. If you get that wrong, you leave with nothing. I don't think that's going to happen, but just to let you know, 1,000 points. Which of the following animated Illumination Entertainment films partly takes place in the Mushroom Kingdom? Is it Despicable Me, The Secret Life of Pets, The Grinch, or the Super Mario Brothers movie?
Oh, if I got this wrong, I would be shamed mercilessly by animation fans everywhere. And I watched this movie actually, and the answer I'm pretty sure is D, the Super Mario Brothers movie. Final answer.
I mean, was that right, or are you still going to get shamed? Your answer is correct. Good job. You have 1,000 points no matter what you do today. The Super Mario
Yeah.
Brothers movie is it's definitely Illumination's best film, I would say. Um
Hmm.
that's I'm not saying that it's amazing, but I mean
Yeah.
would say it's their best film that they've done. And I'm excited for a sequel and looking more into this world. Uh I
Yeah.
think I wasn't I would rather have had the movie with Mario and Luigi together having an adventure than Mario and Peach, and then Luigi being trapped and having to rescue him.
Yeah.
I feel breaking the brothers up in the Super Mario Brothers movie was kind of an interesting choice, but I mean it worked
Yeah.
out, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of understand what you mean. I like
Mhm.
Mario and Luigi going on an adventure together. That would be a great movie,
Mhm.
especially. especially since I've been a Mario fan for like a long time. Like even before I've been into video games, I've been a Mario fan because I've grew up watching the animated Mario show from the
Oh,
80s. So, and that was the reason why I got into video games because it's like, oh, I recognize Mario from TV. Let me play this Mario game, and then I became a Mario game fan. And so obviously I was looking forward to this movie. And I do think it's one of Illumination's best. It's up there.
hmm,
And it I don't know if you saw like the Rotten Tomato score, but like
hmm.
it's not that popular with critics. It's really popular with audiences. And I
Doesn't surprise
understand.
me.
Yeah. I understand a little bit of the flaws that the critics are pointing out when I watched it. It's not perfect, but I did still like it, and it's
Mm.
really a really fun movie.
Yeah, I agree. And here in I live in Orlando, and next year they're gonna have the new Universal Studios Epic Park where we'll finally get a Nintendo Land here. So, which I'm very excited, so I could actually go on the Mario ride that they have at the Universal in California.
Yes. I've been to the Super Nintendo World in California, and if it's gonna and if the one in Orlando is gonna be like that, I'm sure you'll enjoy it because it was a very fun area, and I like
Like,
those rides.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
But
totally.
all right, Eli, you're doing amazing. You still have all your lifelines. Let's keep going. 2,000 points. What magical item allows Maui to shapeshift in the animated 2016 Disney canon film Moana? Is it a fishhook, a bandana, a lantern, or a spoon?
The answer is a fish hook. Final answer.
You sure it was not bandana? Well, I don't know. Your answer is correct. Good job.
All right.
Maui with his fishhook. Yes, this is a movie that, upon rewatch, I I used to like it a lot, but upon rewatch, it kind of went down a bit. I felt a lot of there was a lot of slow moments where like not much was happening, and I
Uh,
feel it kind of killed the pacing. But I still am a fan of Moana. I do like the movie, but not as much as I used to before.
I need to rewatch it. It's like I remember liking it last time. It's like I think I watched it a few times and like I've always enjoyed it. Especially um I really love the soundtrack. The soundtrack is good. Like there are like at least three songs that are like I listen to regularly on my Disney song playlist. It's like there are some
We Know the
great
Way is
songs.
my favorite.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, there's some really cool songs here, and the characters. I feel like this is like John Musker and Ron Clements are like usually always good, and this is no exception.
Very true. And as their last movie, I think it was a good one to go out on.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, I think this was like if they're gonna stop directing, and this is like their swan song. This is a very nice ending.
Who knows? They may surprise us and come out of retirement. You never know.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Eli, let's keep going. 5,000 points. What is the name of the television show that is frequently watched by the characters in the animated 2014 Warner Animation Group film, The Lego Movie? Is it A, is dinner ready yet? B, where are my pants? C, how do you get to Wilshire Boulevard? Or D, do you floss every night?
I have no idea.
All
This,
right, take your time. We have lifelines.
yeah.
You
Okay.
have lifelines.
Right. I don't normally get stumped so quickly. Okay, let's see. Although the Lego movie, even though I really love the Lego movie, yeah, I haven't watched that one in a long time.
Like when I'm looking at this
So
question 2014, I'm like, oh wow, that was 10 years ago.
I know exactly. It was like 10 years ago. It feels like yesterday when that movie came out.
Very much so.
Um,
Yeah, take your time. You can ask Sean if you need to, or you can do 50-50.
yeah, okay. Let's see. 50-50 is not gonna help. Um, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna use the lifeline for the expert.
All right, do you use your first lifeline of the game? And that's what it is for. We asked Sean this question earlier. What did he say? He said, Honey, where are my pants? 100% B.
Okay, I think I made a good choice with that lifeline. Okay, I'm gonna trust him, and I'm gonna say B. Where are my pants? Final answer.
Okay, you weren't 100% sure about this. I actually didn't know at all. And you went with Sean. He was 100% sure. Is it right? Your answer is correct. Good job. Yeah, it was this Honey, Where Are My Pants? It's like a running gag throughout the movie where they're always watching the show, and it's like the populace is getting like not brainwashed, but like they're just so interested in the show that they don't have time to ask all the bigger questions about, Lord business and whatnot. So
Yeah,
that's the name of the
it's
show.
coming
But
it's coming back to me now that I see this clip.
I liked the Lego movie a lot when it came out. I didn't expect it. I don't think anyone expected to like it because of, we're like, oh, it's a movie about Legos. What are they going to do? But it turned out to be the rare diamond in the rough.
I know. I think I like thought that movie was like perfect. Like, because I think I gave it a flawless score. Like, I was like, you're right. It was not at all what I was expecting, and it was like so much better than I was expecting, and because it was uh, really funny and smart and like
Mhm.
a nice moral at the end too. It was like, and yeah, like great movie.
I think one of the downsides is because of that movie. I think our friend Rachel Wagner, she had made a post about this on her blog or her YouTube channel or something. But it was like since that movie, um, a lot of forthcoming movies that are coming out that are like based on ideas that we would think are stupid. We'd always say, "Oh well, the Lego movie worked, so why can't this work?" But then there's like a lot of other movies based on like toys or other properties that don't translate to film, and they're like, oh well, let's give it a shot, and they turn out to be disasters.
Yes, that is a tale as old as time when it comes to like popular movies that other people try to copy, and
Yeah.
so and this is like the worst thing you could try to copy because like people who see the Lego movie as successful are going to be saying stuff like, "Oh, how about the Play-Doh movie?" or "How about the Slinky movie?" And then there's gonna be a bunch of garbage coming out because
Oh, I
of
could just
that.
imagine the Play-Doh movie coming back. Well, like I guess we had Gumby, but that was a little different.
They're a little different. Yeah. I like Gumby.
I liked it too. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I did like it growing up.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Eli, you're doing amazing. You had to use one lifeline, but that's okay. You have two more still, and if you get to 32,000 points, you'll get the double dip. So let's keep going. 10,000 points. Which Disney princess voice actress is also the voice of the title character in the animated 1994 Don Bluth film Thumbelina? Is it Paige O'Hara, Linda Larkin, Irene Bedard, or Jodie Benson? Hey, we're just talking about Don Bluth.
I know. And this is one I'm 100% sure the answer of. And I'm going to say D, Jodie Benson, final answer.
This one you were 100% sure you did not need a lifeline. You went to Jodie Benson. Is that correct? Your answer is correct. Good job. Jodie Benson, the voice of Ariel. It was the voice of Thumbelina in um, the Don Bluth film. What do you think of Thumbelina?
I actually think that's one of my favorite Don Bluth films. It doesn't
Okay.
get it doesn't get as much love as like An American Tale and The Land Before Time and Anastasia, but I feel like Thumbelina is one I enjoy a lot. It's
Mm-hmm.
like it's not I don't think any of Don Bluth's films are amazing, but this one is like based on all the other films he's made. This one is like kind of underrated, I think.
Yeah, I like like as you know, I'm not a fan of any of Don Bluth's movies. Like there's with the only one I think I like a lot is The Secret of Nim. I think that's my
Mhm.
favorite Don Bluth movie, but Anastasia is also good. But I know I'm not into Land Before Time at all. Actually, like that's I made a list of like my top like animated movies that other people like, but I don't, and The Land Before Time is one of them. I liked a lot of the sequels actually more than I liked the first movie. So
Right.
yeah, that's my hot take.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I don't think any of them are great, and there are Land Before Time has some flaws. It's
Mhm.
like I did really enjoy there are things about it I enjoyed though. Thumbelina actually like the fact that the person who voiced her was the same person who voiced Ariel kind of is like emblematic of some of the things I dislike about Don Bluth because Disney had a successful movie about uh fairy tale princess and let's why don't we do that too and hey why don't we cast the exact same person who voiced her it's like stuff like that is kind of like his like strategy a lot of the times you can sort of see it and it's like I don't really like it's very right on the coattails but I don't want to turn this into a Don Bluth like roast or anything
Yeah.
but that's my opinion.
No, yeah, and also to be fair, some of these choices may be made by like the companies that the studios themselves rather than Don Bluth himself who for these choices, but
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
will
Yeah,
never
it
know.
could be. That could be. I might not be being fair, but yeah. But yeah, that's the vibe I
Well, there you have it. That's our take on Bluth.
get.
All right.
I apologize to Don Bluth. I know you follow me on Twitter.
No worries. And I have I didn't when I was growing up I did not like him at all. I used to call him a Disney trade. But as as I grew older and matured and like I even read his book somewhere out there and I have a more respect for the guy and
Yeah.
what he did. I'm still not a big fan of his movies, but
Yeah.
that's
No, I wrote a whole blog about him, and in the blog I said like he when he worked for Disney because he worked for Disney and then
yeah.
he left Disney to start his own company. When he worked for Disney, he was really good because he was like their one of their like best animators. The problem started when he left and thought he could be the next Walt Disney and he could run the studio, and he couldn't really do that. That was the problem.
Well, there's our TED Talk and dust.
Yeah.
All right,
Sorry.
Eli. You're doing amazing. You're two away from 32,000 points. You still have the two lifelines. Let's keep going. 20,000. The animated 2022 film Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank is a loose animated remake of which 1970s comedy film? Did Monty Python and the Holy Grail, National Lampoon's Animal House, Blazing Saddles, or Smokey and the Bandit?
I actually haven't watched Paws of Fury, but I have watched the movie that it's based on, and I actually love this movie, so that makes me want to watch Paws of Fury even more. So yeah, I'm gonna say the Blazing Saddles, and that's my final answer.
All right, you didn't see Paws of Fury, but you're pretty sure it's Blazing Saddles. Is that correct? Your answer is correct. Good job.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm the opposite. I've never seen Blazing Saddles, but I did see Paws of Fury. And
Hmm.
I actually like Paws of Fury. I think it's not as bad as you think based on the when you look at the trailer and like the history of how long it took this movie to come out. It's really not that bad of a movie. I actually enjoyed it and I thought a lot of it was funny. Yeah, I would put it as underrated film.
Okay, that makes me kind of want to check it out more because I couldn't tell if this
But
was
then
good or
again,
not.
I haven't seen Blazing Saddles, so I can't tell you how accurate this might be or if they ruin the jokes or whatever.
Right, right. I'm not too strict about how much is this like gonna like tarnish the reputation of Blazing Saddles. I don't care about that as long as it's a good movie on its own or it's funny and it makes me laugh. I'm forgiving of that. So I'll check it out.
Yeah, I would recommend it. I know most people won't, but like I had a good time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I know we have very different taste in animation every once in a while, and so this could go either way. I might agree with you. I might not agree with you, but I'll take a chance on it.
Stay tuned, folks. See what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Eli, the next one's at 32,000 points. If you get that right, you will have that no matter what, and you will get the double dip lifeline. But you have to get it right first. Let's see it. 32,000 points. Where does the animated 2006 Disney short The Little Match Girl take place? Is it in Denmark, Russia, China, or France?
Okay, this one I have an idea of what the answer to this one is, but I'm not 100% sure.
What are you leaning towards?
I'm leaning towards Denmark because I know that this is based on a Hans Christian Andersen story, and I know Hans Christian Andersen. I think he's Danish, if I'm not mistaken. So, if he told a story that was set in Denmark, that would make sense.
Fair enough. So yeah, if you want to go with that, cool. But you also have your lifelines if you need me.
I am leaning towards using a lifeline just to be sure.
Okay,
And
you have Sean, and you have the 50-50 as well.
yeah, it's the 50-50.
Remember, if you get this one wrong, you go at the end of the game, you leave with 1,000. But if you get it right, you will have 32,000 no matter what, and you'll get the double dip.
Yeah. I do think I'm going to use a lifeline because I don't want to lose on the 32,000 point question. That would be terrible. Like, I was so close. I can't lose. But I also don't want to take a guess here without a lifeline because I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure if.
Take
And
your time.
I have an idea of what other country it might take place in because based on the aesthetic of that film, like this could be there instead of Denmark, or maybe this could be that country instead. So I'll see if that is the one that remains if I use the 50-50. So yeah, I'm gonna use the 50-50. Hopefully the two ones I want to stay or go will stay or go. And that's my final answer.
Okay, you can use a 50-50, so we'll randomly get rid of two wrong answers. Denmark and Russia.
Ah, damn it.
Is that what you
Those are
wanted?
the two those are the two ones I didn't want to stay.
And like I said, this was totally randomized.
I know, I believe it.
So
Okay.
again, you could use the third lifeline if you want, or you could take a guess.
Yeah,
But just keep in mind, if you get it wrong, you leave with 1,000. If you get it right, you have 32,000.
got it. Yeah. I was thinking that it looked it probably Denmark, but that story it looks kind of Russian. So it could be Russia too, I was thinking. Like
Have you seen the short, or do you just know like the anime, what the style looks like?
I watched the short. I've watched the
Okay.
short. I like the short.
Mhm.
Yeah, so okay, I think
Why do I like torturing you guys?
I he's like, I don't know. You're reading my mind. I was asking the same thing. Yeah, I definitely don't want to walk away from this.
Oh no,
I want to take a risk here.
yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you could walk away if you wanted to, but I figured you're not gonna do
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that.
I remembered that option. Yeah, I definitely like it's if yeah. If I walked away, I would hate myself if the answer ended up being Denmark because that's what I'm leaning toward. And okay, so just based on the fact that Hans Christian Andersen is from Denmark, I think I'm going to guess Denmark. If I'm wrong, then oh well, whatever. I learned something new, so I'm going to take a risk and guess a Denmark final answer.
Wow, okay. So this one was a very interesting one. You were leaning towards Denmark, but you weren't 100% sure. You had a 50-50, and you left with Denmark and Russia, which were the two you didn't want, because you knew it was definitely one of them. Uh, you went with Denmark final answer. Eli, if you get this right, you keep going. You have 32,000 points and the double dip. If you get this wrong, that's the end of the game. You leave with 1,000. Eli, your answer is wrong.
Of course,
Oh,
of course.
I am so, so sorry.
I see. I knew it. I knew this looks Russian. This looks kind of Russian, but like you threw in the Denmark because you knew that would throw me off. You knew that would throw me off. It's diabolical.
Can I say?
And
I'm just good. Like, yeah, it takes place in like St. Petersburg kind of an area. So in
yeah,
Russia. I'm
yes,
so sorry you leave with 1,000. But
yeah,
I want to congratulate you on, taking the chance. And I will say, for me, the Little Match Girl is the hands down the saddest thing Disney's ever made to me. And
yeah.
nothing saddens me more. Like not Mufasa's death in Lion King, not whatever other sad scenes in the other movie. The Little Match Girl, that's the ultimate sadness for me. Even Old Yeller,
Yeah.
I'm the guy who doesn't cry at the end of Old Yeller. So this one, Little Match Girl, this makes me sad.
Oh wow, this is the one that got you.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah. I understand. This one is not pleasant. Like it's pleasant. I know what they're going for. It's kind of like a bittersweet
It's
ending.
bittersweet and dark, yes.
Yes, yes. But yeah, no, it is sad. I felt so sorry for the girl in that story. And yeah, and it's like the one of my favorites of the Disney's animated shorts. I know they made a ton of them, but this
Hmm.
one's up
This one is probably one of my favorites as well. But
there.
we won't spoil the ending. Everyone hasn't seen it, but just know it's pretty sad.
Yeah. It might be on Disney Plus. I'm not sure, but
Oh
yeah,
yeah, it probably might be. I haven't checked.
yeah,
Eli, Eli, Eli. Oh, I'm so sorry to see you
yeah,
go, but you leave with 1,000 points. Like I said,
yeah.
if no one gets to the top, no one gets the million. The top 10 of you will come back for a second round. I'll let you know if you make the top five of you. Sorry, will come back for a second round. I'll let you know if you make that or not. But I want to thank you for coming on and being my first contestant on season 10. And before
Yeah.
we go, well, two questions. One, the usual, how can people find you online if they want to follow you? And what do you do? And two, in honor of my 10th anniversary of this show, uh, which started in 2015. I guess my question I want to ask everyone is from the years 2015 to now, what would you say is your favorite animated film between those years?
Oh, my favorite animated film between 2015 and now.
Correct.
Ooh, I gotta think about that. I if this takes too long, you can edit this. Um,
Or one of your favorite films.
let's see, I really love um Marcel the Shell with Shoes On count as an animated film, do you think?
Yeah, yeah, why not? For the purposes of this, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard nothing but good about it.
I really love that film. That's one of my favorites of the 2020s in general so far. Like,
Mhm.
and I know it's early, but like it's one of my favorite films. As a matter of fact, let me use this as my opportunity to shout that out in case you haven't seen it. It's like
I haven't seen it
Marcel.
yet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's like I really love that movie. And I think our friends Rachel and Jonathan, I think they loved it. They really loved it too, actually. Yeah.
Yes, I think I've talked about it with either one of them, both of them, but yeah.
Yeah. That's the one that comes to my mind.
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, I want to collect all the answers from all the contestants and see what everyone says. But
All right.
and so this other question of how can people find you online?
Yeah, okay. I talked about my blog. You can find me on a blog I call Entertainment Junkie Blog, and the website is ejunkiblog.com. That's where you can see me like go into like these uh, articles about like film history, television history, video game history, like the careers of celebrities. I go into a bunch of things like that. And also, I spend a lot of time on Twitter, and my handle there is at ejunkie2014. And I talk a lot on Twitter too about things that I don't talk about in my blog. So follow me there.
Sounds good, and I'll post links to that below. And for everyone else watching, that was the first episode of season 10. Eli said he didn't get to the million, but we have nine more contestants. Will one of them get to the million? You'll just have to wait and see for yourself. Until then, take care. Bye.